Hey, what's up, guys? It's definitely not this boring wall or this ugly mug that is the best part about this hobby. In this video, let me go through $100 worth of ones that I got from the bank earlier and show you what to look for in your banknotes that can make them more than face value. It's just a little bit of info and then taking the moment to look through your coins and your bills before you spend them or when you get them in change that'll make the difference in you finding that next air coin or the next fancy serial number that you can hop on eBay or a bunch of auction sites and sell for a ton of money. So let's get into it. Let's look at these notes specifically, see if we find anything cool. Hopefully we do. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you a couple of websites you can use to look the notes up and help determine if you have a rare banknote in your hand. So let's get to it. All right, so let's just get right into a bill search of this strap of $101 bills. So we'll see if anything's valuable. I'll tell you what I look for, and maybe you can find stuff when you go through your pocket money or whatever. This will be a live premiere. I just started doing those. So feel free to chat in the live chat with this video. And I will be watching with you the first time through and trying to chat back and answer any questions. All right, so 2013, looking at the serial numbers, the general print, if any ink issues are on the note, of course, fancy serial numbers with patterns and stuff in the serial numbers. And as I go through this stack, I'll go quicker and quicker. But in the beginning, I'll kind of cover what I'm looking at. Nothing in the serial numbers so far. Condition is going to be the key when it comes to basically any collectible. Not to mention banknotes. So it's kind of cool. This is most likely a wet ink transfer. So like right after they print the bills, they're on a sheet. They used to do these on, I believe, a 36 count sheet. Now they're on a sheet of, I believe, 50. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. They cut them from the sheet and then they stack them, of course, into stacks for straps like this, albeit new. And ink will transfer from one note to another. Small percentages of that are quite all right. But if it's dramatic, then you can be sitting on an error note. A couple digits away from a broken ladder. That's where it's, like, you'll have like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but just not in order. Straight ladders where they're actually in order are worth quite a bit of money. Nice. First star note of this strap, hopefully one of many. I love star notes. This one's close to a broken ladder as well, but we're a couple digits off. Star notes are replacement notes. Funny thing is the note that it replaces is most likely not the serial number. They print star notes prior to even printing the series of notes. Just to kind of be ready to, on the fly, replace them. Although this one's really beat up, it's not going to be worth more than face value because of the condition, but people do like star notes and generally pay a couple bucks, usually $3 or $4 for a nice, crisp $1 star note. All right, let's speed it up a bit and go through these a little faster. 2017 series. Nothing there. I just really like doing the premiere thing on a shorter video the other day. So I thought I'll probably just start every Sunday around 7 o'clock Eastern time. Give everybody a chance to chill throughout the day, and then we can all chat for, 30, 40 minutes while I go through these. Nice little stuck digit. Look at that. Sitting much higher than the rest of the serial number. I'm talking about that 3 there. Now, it is only a little off. If they're way up, way down, that's due to the little rotary dial that prints the serial numbers on the notes as they run through the printing process. It gets jammed up due to a lack of grease, and the digits will stick. So some people call them odometer bills because it looks like the odometer in your vehicle. But that one's pretty cool. I'm not going to hold on to it because it's not really super dramatic. This is kind of cool. I usually don't care about the over inks, but this is actually on both those digits. So it's kind of a minor thing going on here. I'm going to hold on to this one. despite the condition, just because I kind of think it's cool. Nothing jumping out there. Been looking for birthday notes lately. Well, always, but I came across one a little while ago. I didn't get a chance to film it, though. What is this? I can't really read that. Looks like an account number. Don't ever do that. Don't write your account number on bills. That's just not smart. I mean, I guess that's hard to read, but come on. Yeah, a little bit of repetition of those fours in the middle. I had a really nice radar note in another bill search I did not long ago. So if you are interested in seeing that, just check out the link to that video in the description box. 2013. I like to keep an eye out around the seals on the back, so both these here, as I do this kind of like rocker hand gesture. Nothing crazy so far. I mean, we started off with a nice little dollar note, then we got that's stepped on. Dollar star note is what I meant to say. And then that little over ink error I don't think is really worth anything more than face value. I just think it's kind of neat. Something to keep an eye out for when you're going through your bills. Let me get these kind of flipped around here. Just so I'm not sitting there doing that over and over again on you. I know that's annoying. Sorry about that. Give me a moment. All right, that'll give us a few to mess with before we have to do it again. All right. Super beat. Nothing there. And I really appreciate throughout these videos and ones I've made, people pointing out notes. And they're like, hey, you might have missed something. Go back. And if I still, if I haven't just spent the money yet, which is usually the case, then I have actually looked back from your comments and found some really good notes. So if you're new to the channel, thanks for making it 7 minutes into the video. Hopefully you're reading the chat and you're learning some stuff or getting your questions out there. This is cool. It's close to being a pattern. I mean, it's a nice trinary note. 4s, 8s, and 1s. I would have liked to see a pattern in here. Would have been really cool. 148, 148, and or something like that would have been really cool. But a nice trinary note, so I'll set that aside. If you're asking or wondering, I don't think all trinaries are worth a ton of money or anything. I mean, if that one was in a pattern, I'd say for sure's, but not so much. In that case, it's more just collectible. Good old writing on the note. Somebody had $180 at one point, so that's cool. Nothing crazy. I look for shifts in the seals too, albeit that's not as common. You can see this one shifted a little over. Unless it's sitting off of the word one or it's over in one of these, well, obviously it's way over here, very much so in error, but unless it's sitting dramatically off where it's supposed to be, I don't consider that an error, and I don't think many people do. But you can see one sell on eBay for quite a bit of money that actually are sitting, a large percentage off. Like if it's over here and these would all coincide. So you'd see shifts in the seals on both sides and serial numbers generally. So like if one shifted, the others would be shifted. Nothing so far. A little bit of wedding transfer here. Somebody sent me an email with a picture of one that they actually found, which is really cool. That you could pretty much see all of Washington wedding transferred over, which I thought was really, really cool. Close to another one of those pattern notes, but really beat up. 2017A was a huge amount of notes made in 2013, 2017, and 2017A. So see a little bit more of that. Again, unless it's really dramatic, it's not going to be anything over face value. Now, the one they sent me a photo of, for sure, I think they did say they were going to send that in to get graded, which is the perfect thing to do. Gotta fix a few more of these. Get us going for a bit. There we go. Sorry about that. I didn't put it together, guys. I just get them from the bank. I just go there and ask them for straps of $1 notes. Ask them to give me older ones, preferably. And that's what they do. So usually if you go like midday, they've already gotten local businesses deposits and stuff. And you can get, I think, a little bit better stuff, albeit they're generally beat up like these. Nothing crazy. A lot of that, you can see the word 1 was transferred over to this one from another note, or it's actually just in the printing process pressed through the note. Probably the most crisp one so far. These are actually in order. So to touch on that, you know, a couple bills just being in order like these ones, 31. Well, they're not necessarily in order, but they're from the same run. So this was actually 28, and then if you had like 29, 30, 31, you can get whole straps of $1 notes with that. So that's not going to be really too valuable. We're really close to a date note. Although I really like it to be month, day, and then year. I would have taken it if it was 2002, 1130 or something like that. I would have definitely held on to that. Date notes or birthday notes, generally, depending on the date, can be worth quite a bit of money. Getting down there, we're like halfway through, so I'm trying to go quicker through these so you're not just killed with watching me slowly look at all of them. I usually scan my notes a couple of times. We'll do that at the end. Not a couple of times, but I usually scan back through just quickly, make sure I didn't miss anything that was super easy to see, but I was yabbing away. A little bit of repetition on the end here. If you can get a block repeater, like 4 digits, or even if it's like 8282, 9292, people will pay a few bucks over face value for those. If you want to know if you have something, I try to answer questions as much as I can, but on my website that I've ran for 8 or 9 years now, there's well over 2,000 pages on VarietyErrors.com, and that covers anything from, well, US coins to foreign coins to Starnote lookups and bill lookups and all sorts of stuff. So you're more than welcome to go over there. There is a bit of advertising on it to help pay for the site, but everything's free to use. So that's the only reason there are a few ads. Hey, nice ripped in half dollar. Well, ripped in a third, but totally legal tender even with the tape on it. Nothing too crazy in this bill search. We still got quite a few bills to go through, probably 20 some odd bills still. I haven't seen anything jump out at me. Hey, a Where's George bill. You know I'm holding on to it. I will show you guys at the end of this video. We'll look up this note and see what's going on with this Where's George note. So I will set that aside. I love Where's George notes. I have a Where's George... Well, I can't talk. Where's George stamp that I use myself, or I just write on them, where'sgeorge.com, which I know, shame on me for writing on the notes, but I love Where's George. I've been using that since I was a kid. Nothing there. I think Where's George came out in maybe my teens, early teens, which is, you know, now a while ago, but I really enjoy it. I hope more people start to use Where's George. I probably put 10 or so notes on there a week. I just don't really film it all. Super over ink, both of these. I knew it'd be a 2013 or 2017 because that's really common. This one's like super over ink though. If it was in better condition, I'd hold on to it. But in this case, with it being so beat, I'm not really worried about it. Plus, this quasi-error of the over ink on the third digit from the left is on thousands and thousands of notes from 2013 and 2017. So unless they're really over ink like that, I don't really hold on to them, and that one's too beat up. 2017, nothing there. Oh. Telling you, one of these days I'm going to karate chop this camera down. whether I want to or not. I knock this thing over probably every video. All right. We are getting through it, guys. Hopefully you're scanning your bills and stuff too while we're watching. I know this isn't like the most exciting thing for some people, but I just really love looking through notes, and it's this easy to find a couple things that are over face value. So like that star note, or at least those are good examples, but if you find stuff like that in at least decent condition, you can sell it for more than face value. That's what makes this hobby great, is even if I found nothing, I'd still have $100. So, nothing there. Lots of like little repetition in this bill search, but nothing crazy. Like lots of little double eights, double sixes, double fours. But no crazy fancy serial numbers. And these, when I said, hey, do you have older notes? I didn't know they were going to give me the ones that ran through a house fire. Lots of writing on them too, and nothing cool. This is kind of neat though, now that I say that. You can really see that stuck digit on the end, both 8 and 5. See, even from here, you can see how off it is. Not so much on this other one, just a hair, but this one's really noticeable. But with the writing on the note, I'm not going to hold on to that. Square those up. Double fours. You're really looking for a repetition of pretty much the entire serial number in some regard. So like even if it's a trinary, it's nicer to have like 111, 222, 33. That would be a better trinary to have than just 3 digits kind of mixed around like the one I believe I set aside earlier. 2003A, so probably the oldest one we've seen so far. Nothing there. Hoping to hit like a couple more star notes, but hey, I'll take the one. Sometimes I go through hundreds of notes and don't find anything at all, but I do end up with the money I started with, so I can't complain really. This one's end of life for sure. 2009, this one's been wet, it's been beat up. 2017. I thought we had a little something down here by the corner of the pyramid, but not so much. Getting down there, I think we're down to like the last 5 or 6 notes. So if you've made it this far, we're on the last leg of the race. Totally beat $1 note. Nothing too crazy. Little star note. Hopefully while I've been looking through this stuff in the video, in the chat, we've been able to get some info on some of the finds that you guys have come across. Still waiting on somebody to send me a picture of like mix-match serial numbers, or mismatched, if I can talk right, serial numbers. That'd be a super rare one that you can definitely sell for thousands of dollars. I've seen one before in the coin group on Facebook a long time ago. But not in many years. Last few. 2017, little shift in the seal, not far enough off for me to hold on to. Let's just get these last few in the same way. There we go. 0106, nope. As you can see, that little stuck digit thing is kind of a smaller error that really happens a lot on notes. Again, I don't hold on to them unless they're way off. It's sitting like, you know, halfway up higher than the rest of the serial number. Somehow I spun these around and still didn't get it right. Lots of 9s, but not enough repetition for me in that one. And last but not least, we made it to the end, guys. This one had a die pack from bank robbery. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's probably highlighter or something like that. Nothing in the serial number. A little bit of damage to it, but not the worst, even with this purple highlighter or whatever this is here. On the note, it's still not the worst of what we've seen in this bill search, but nothing there. What did we hold on to? Nothing special about it, but a nice where'sgeorge.com note. Here in just a moment at the end of this video, we'll go and see what's up with this one on where'sgeorge.com. Our nice little trinary note. I wish it was a better pattern, but this is a good example for what you guys should be looking for as far as trinaries. If this was in order 481, 481, 48 or something like that, you can use your imagination on other combinations. It could be worth $5 or $10 because it's not in bad condition. This I held on to as far as just over inks. It's a really heavy one on this zero. I won't even pull it up. You can see it from here. Damage is going to make it not worth anything over face value. Plus, like I mentioned, 2013 series, 2017 series have a ton of over inks on that third digit, usually on both serial numbers. But if this was in really good condition, with how heavy that over ink was, I could probably get $3 or $4 for it, which is not bad for $1. Lastly, if you watch my videos, you know they're one of my favorites, is this nice little Starnote. This one's really beat up, so I'm going to say this is worth $1. But if it was in crisp condition, you can usually get $2 or $3 for Starnotes to the right collector. If they have a fancy serial number, the sky's the limit with them. I've seen binary, so like zeros and ones or 2 digits. Starnotes with fancy serial numbers like that go for hundreds of dollars. Let me know what you think about this bill search, and let's get to looking at that Where's George bill. Where are you at? Let's find it. There it is. Let's check out this Where's George note on where'sgeorge.com. We'll put in the serial number and see where it came from, and when we'll add it in that we had it, and I'll send it back out into the wild. But let me know so far in the comments while we get over to Where's George what you think of the bill search so far. All right, so we'll hop on over to Where's George and let's see where this bill came from. So you just click on the home page, you just say, I found a Where's George bill, and then hop over to here where we input the serial number and our zip code and let them know if we have the bill in our possession. So I'm here in North Carolina. And then it'll bring us to here where it'll tell us the denomination and the series and just confirm the serial number. And then I'll just put a note in that says that I got it at the bank and some change or something like that. And then we should be able to just click finish and it'll let us know where this bill came from previous to me finding it in this strap of $1 notes. And that's what I love about this website so much. Boom. So this note traveled actually quite a bit of distance here. I think we should be able to bring up a map of the actual, there it is. All right, cool. There's a little trip map. So not too bad. It stayed on the East Coast and made its way on down to me. Let's hop over to the Starnote lookup. This is on mycurrencycollection.com. Very easy to follow. You can look up obsolete and old banknotes too. But just put in your denomination, the series year, and the serial number with an asterisk for the star. Hit look up your Starnote. All right, this is going to have me determine what print facility it came from. The FW in the plate number is going to show that it's Fort Worth, Texas. No FW is Washington, D.C. Now, the one on my note as I reference it is one that's going to be from Washington, D.C., so I'll choose that. That'll show me the print run size. 3.2 million is a large print run. You can see the total printed. It'll even show you under replacement type and total printed as well as run size if you have a less rare or more rare note. So this one is not only beat up, but is also less rare. So a little bit of a bummer. If it would have had a smaller run size like the one that's noted at the top there with 250,000, we could have been sitting on a Starnote that was actually worth pretty good value over face value. But this one's just going to be $1. But that's how you look up your Starnote. So it's just that easy, folks. There you are. We looked through a strap of 100 $1 banknotes. We didn't find anything too crazy, but a little Starnote. I showed you how to look it up to see if you have a rare Starnote. And we found that awesome Where's George note and added our note to it on where'sgeorge.com. Hopefully you had a bunch of fun watching the video. I had a lot of fun going through the notes. And hopefully here in the chat throughout this premiere, we were able to cover some of your questions. And all of us were able to contribute because that's hopefully what we build here is a community of collectors that can help each other out in this wonderful hobby. hopefully you guys found some cool stuff in your coin and banknote searches lately. Let me know in the comments what they are, and check out my website, varietyerrors.com, for free coin and banknote guides. Hit subscribe if you like money like I do. But without further information or gabbing on, I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.